The way I constructed this business, I thought about all of my weak points. Where did I struggle?
Yep.
What was I stuck at? And I put it all together step by step for them, and then they flourishing.
Right.
And I remember you asked me how many people have I made successful with my, business model.
Right.
And so far, we got 50 people that's made over 7 figures.
That's tough.
Yes.
50 people. You done made 50 millionaires?
I made 50 millionaires.
God damn. You know what I'm saying? You turn it up. And we need that in our community because motherfuckers running around, doing the wrong thing, you showing them the right thing. What was the biggest number that you got somebody, like not even yourself? What's the biggest amount of money one of your mentees got?
As far as profit?
Yeah, in a year.
In 1 year, I want to say 1.2 million. And that was this year.
That was this year?
Yes.
God damn.
And we ain't talking about me, we talking about them.
Yeah, we talking about we ain't gonna get to you yet. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see one of them. You know what I'm saying? If they got 1.2, we know where you standing at. You know what I'm saying? Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
That's dope. And I don't know, man, like when I hear things like this, it gets me motivated because I always want to put that information out there because everybody want to have the things, but they don't want to do the stuff to get it, right?
Exactly.
And on top of that, when you do have it, what are you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Get some money, all they want to do is shine instead of trying to grow it. Exactly. And what they can is do that with this business and invest into their marketing. And that's what, many people skip. Once they get a little bit of money, they just want to.
There's X-Fifth, Louis Vuitton. Come on, man.
Put it into your business, put it into your marketing, and keep on growing.
But they scared to invest.
Why is they so scared to invest?
I believe they don't think the return on interest is going to be there.
Right.
They never seen it before. So you're scared of what you don't see. If you blind and you walking, ain't you scared?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I need
So
a dog
until they see it or they have faith,
right,
they're going to be scared.
Faith is important, though.
Faith is definitely important.
Yeah. That's why it's called leaps of faith. Like, people don't know, like, taking risks and those leaps of faith is going to take you all where you need to go to. Because if you're moving with the faith of God in you and you trying to progress, you're going to win. If you scared, you hesitant, you ain't going to go nowhere.
Right.
So now let's get to you. What was the biggest amount of money you made in a year? I'm in your business. I'm pocket watching. Let me look inside that. Boop.
Look, this was my biggest year, actually, and I'm so excited. But my company made $5 million this year.
Golly,
in
5 million.
months.
In 3 months?
In 3 months.
God, we just getting started.
And we just getting started. Money's still rolling in right now. Yep. The projected is going to be 10 by the end of the year.
That's your projection, 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Because tax season is over, but I'm still doing mentorships. I'm still teaching people. I sell software, so that money adds up too.
Oh, for sure.
I got so many streams of income in the tax industry alone.
So are you doing like digital products too?
Yes.
Okay. Because like that's what I realized too. If you have like a digital product, even if you have like a service, if they got constantly getting more information through digital products, you go up. And what about like a community? You got that too?
No, not yet.
Yeah, that community.
Yes, I know.
I just talked to Smitty about that. He broke that down. That community is something serious.
Man, it's something serious, and I know, and I'm working on it. I should have that launched in 30 days.
Yeah.
He ain't playing with me.
Yeah, he told you about that?
Yes.
He put me on. I need to get me a community.
Man, because I have 23 people inside of the organization. If they just pay for the membership, that's like, right.
Yeah, that's going to take care of the crib. That can take care of Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
As I said, the dollars add up. Well, people constantly just want everything so fast, they skip in the process.
Because crumbs make a cake.
That's a big cake, too.
Yeah, a big
crumbs
cake.
get you food, too. You eat enough of it.
I promise you do.
You'll be running from the crumbs.
I ain't thick for no reason.
Hey, talk to them. You got to have the whole enchilada, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always want to, make people understand that, too. Like, they want to skip the process, always want the whole cake instead of grabbing the crumbs along the way. And then you can learn the recipe.
Exactly.
You make your own cake. You just want to get somebody else finished product. No, I learn how to make your own cake. Then you can sell the recipe to somebody else. They can flip it, then bam, it come back to you because you got more cakes. They don't understand the process.
We got a whole bakery.
Come on now. And then we franchise that, and we set up a case, and we go learn the pies too. That's what it's about. So that community is very important.
Yes.
I like that. And I'm trying to figure out me a way to do money with my podcast and also the clothing stuff I do because I need that. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this a long time. I don't know if you know. I've been doing this a long time.
I heard.
You know what I'm saying? Feeding the people glory. And this space right now, what I'm loving and what you're pushing to is that financial literacy. Yes. That's a space that us as hustlers, as black people, that we mastered, in the streets. But now we're taking it to business. So that's why I'll be so excited to get this information to my people. So, boom, you got the community, right, coming, and you already got the digital products. You got these services. Like, how are we going to get these to the people? You got like a 5, I know I'll be hearing about these like 5 days events and things like that. You know what I'm saying? The sign up things. You got anything like that coming along?
I do have a 5-day challenge.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Tell about that 5-day challenge.
So in this 5-day challenge, I'm going to teach normal civilians, individuals. You don't even have to be an entrepreneur how to start a tax business in under 30 days.
Tough.
Putting it all on the table, dropping all the gems.
Yeah, they need that.
Yes.
And once again, I've heard this over and over again about these challenges and these 5 days things. And man, it's so compelling because you pull so many people in and they walk away with a lot of information in that small amount of time.
Yeah, they do.
So what you gonna teach them in that 5-day seminar?
Well, I'm gonna teach them how to go. First of all, we're gonna start with mindset.
Yep.
Because mindset is so important. So we're gonna start with mindset. We're gonna teach them how to believe in themselves. You gotta manifest things too. I manifest this $5 million. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wrote it down. Come on now. It's in a book right now. I manifest that. So you gotta believe. You gotta go ahead and write down what you want. I even got a check printed out on my wall right now for $10 million. I ain't touched that yet, but it's coming. And
it's gonna come. Yeah, you got that framed up, or it's just sitting there. You just put a thumbtack on it.
No, it's a check and it's in the frame.
Okay, yeah, frame it up.
Yeah, so we're gonna do mindset. Then we're gonna do foundation.
Okay,
that's what I like to work on. Let's get the LLC. Let's get the EIN. Let's get those things in place. Let's get your business domain, email address, because I want you to show up professionally. A lot of people got tax business and it's so ghetto. I hate to say it.
I done heard about them.
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
The trap taxes.
We don't need to do that.
Man.
Stop it. We gonna accept that.
Come on, man.
We're gonna switch that LLC, man.
That's why we get talked about now and frowned upon now.
Hey, you gonna f it up, man. You got people looking at you crazy.
We're gonna do our foundation. Once we do our foundation, we're gonna go ahead and get into, branding.
Yep.
Present yourself right, professionally, photo shoots. Get yourself out there. After that, I'm gonna teach you some tax information. I'm gonna teach you the basics so that you can go ahead. I'm gonna teach you how to do your course. I teach you how to do webinars. Exposure, because you want to build and grow a business. You need people in that business to work with you so you can maximize your income.
Right.
You can do it alone, but honestly, the way I made my business, I built a team.
Yeah, team.
So
is
that's
important.
what I teach them. I teach them how to build a team of over 300 individuals.
That's tough.
A lot of people like, I'm scared. I don't want to work with that many people. Well, you don't want to make no money.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't want to make no money.
Right.
So that's what I teach them. Also, we're gonna go ahead and get into building their own course. I do teachables right now. I show them how to build a teachables course so when they bring in individuals, the people can get right started.
Yeah.
Started right away. Also, what else? I think that's it.
That's a lot, though.
That's it right now.
Yeah.
Might be something, I don't know.
Yeah, if you think of it, come back to it.
I'll give it to you.
But let's start with that manifestation because I want to break down each step because it's very important. Everything I've done in life, I manifested. You know what I'm saying? One of my things, moniker is the master of manifestation. I don't care what no one says. If you believe and you talk about it and you visualize it, you write it down, you touch it, you will receive it in due time. But a part of that people miss is the work part. Super important. Yes. So you could think about it all day, sitting there and praying, begging God for all this. Like he ain't got 8 billion people to worry about, and your ass sitting there begging. You gotta see your work. Get your black monkey ass up and go grind, and then he bless you. You can't lay in the bed, please God, I want 10 million. I done wrote a check, but you ain't doing no work. You got to put the work behind it.
You do.
Yeah, so when did you start getting into manifestation? How that's so important to the mindset?
I got into manifestation when I was working a 9 to 5.
Come on now.
I said, Lord, please give me, it's so funny how I said, Lord, please give me a way that I can make money, a lot of money, and don't have to go to work.
Damn.
That's what I said.
That's a good one.
And literally like a year later, I was an entrepreneur. Now, I was selling clothes out the back of my car at that point, but I was making $20,000. It was a lot to me. Yeah. I'm coming from not having much, I'm from the hood a little bit.
For sure, a little bit.
Yeah, because I had 2 parents. I was, but
yeah, mom and dad get mad when you say that.
Yeah, but they were because you embarrassed me.
Yeah. I did that at my brother's wedding, right? And I was like, yeah, we came from nothing. We had no fathers. There's 5 of us. And I thought I had a good speech. Everybody crying. My mom called me. Fuck you tell my business. I said, oh. Damn, that is kind of true. I have to tell the business to everybody. You got white folks here and shit. So I know what you mean, but go ahead.
But yeah, so I came from nothing. So I was selling clothes out the back of my trunk. My dad really didn't even like that. He was like, you going to random apartments at night selling clothes? I was selling knockoff Nike in the back of the truck, knockoff LV. I was selling it, but so God brought me that. I want to say, I think.
Yeah.
I manifest that. And then we went from that to, that was my business. I had LLC, had my boutique online too. I was my own model.
Tough.
Yes, and then 2021 came, COVID.
It's up.
They gave me that 20 bands.
Manifestation.
There we go.
Destination.
Like I literally just quit my job and never went back.
And hired that mentor and went all in.
Yeah, I got my mentor, of course. Before then, I didn't know how I was gonna make this money, but I knew I was gonna make it.
Yeah.
I just stepped out on faith. I didn't know where to go. I just knew I was a hustler. You got to be a hustler too.
Facts.
You can't just manifest and don't got no get up to.
Yeah, that's what I always say too.
You got to be a hustler. You can't be scared.
No.
Like I'm selling clothes at nighttime in random apartments, pulling up.
Whatever it take.
Uber clothes.
I got to get it.
Got to get it.
Call me. I'm pulling up.
I'm on the way.
We're going to figure it out when we get there. Wherever we got to go, I'm ready to go there too. But I got to get this bread.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then I started doing a little bit of credit repair. I ain't like that though.
Yeah.
So I seen them doing the taxes online. Somebody actually asked me, did I want to do taxes? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because who's gonna trust me to do that tax returns? This is such a risky business. You know, you messing somebody's taxes.
You got all the information.
Who gonna trust me with that?
Yeah.
But she encouraged me and told me to start my first year. I didn't really have a lot of guidance, and that's what built me to, building my mentorship. I didn't know what I was doing. They taught me a little fraud, to be honest.
Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah,
now.
but they was wanting me to make them a lot of money, and that's what they was. So I saw their business model. I saw what I didn't like about it, and I reconstructed it into something way better.
Yeah, that's dope. Because at the same time, you want it to be structured. Because we're gonna get to the next step. The next step is the foundation, and when you do a business, especially you black, you want to dot your I's and cross your T's. You don't want to have nobody in your business and taking it down because they're looking to do that anyway. Or people calling you a scammer, or people trying to hate on you and put bad reports. You want that thing to be looking professional and moving professional. So that's the next step you spoke of, the foundation. Now let's break down some of the components of the foundation. Could you talk about the name of the business, the look of the business? Give us a couple main components about the foundation of this.
Well, you want the front side could be good, but then the back end could be trash.
Right.
So you want to make sure the back end is good as well. Your systems and processes. When you get these people in, are you going to actually deliver?
Right.
So you want to make sure you have something in place for people to follow. Something for you to keep up with them. You want to keep up with their process as well, because now you're the mentor. They're looking for you and they trusting you. I hope this is answering your question.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so back ends, automations. I use Trello boards or some type of to-do list boards. I also use Asana. That's a to-do list. It keeps up with all of the tasks that each individual needs to do or complete in order to launch their company. So I share that with them. Like I said, the teachable course. You want to make sure you have. You want to make sure you tell your people, and also you have business insurance. Errors and omissions, because we're doing taxes.
Right.
So we make an error or we omit something and we get sued. We need insurance for that. So that's a big one.
I didn't know about that. That's a huge one.
You want to have SOPs in place.
What the hell is SOP?
Standard operation procedures.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so if you hire somebody to work for you, they need to know the procedures to do for a certain task. What do you do every day? Write it down.
Yeah.
What do you do every day? Write it down that you don't have to do. Write down your whole operation.
Tough.
What do you do? Where the person come in when they get onboarded? How do you do payroll? Map that out. Those are SOPs. Give it to your VAs or whoever it is. So you need that.
VA, virtual assistant?
Virtual assistant, because you're going to need some help with this.
You're going to need some help for sure.
You're going to need some help with this. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying, because that foundation, a lot of people skip that part because they want to.
They don't know that part.
They don't know that part. And they want to just to look good, but it really has to be good. And if your LLC ain't right, you ain't got that insurance, you ain't got your assistance. So once it start rolling, you might get that initial surplus of money. But if you're not doing right by it in the back end, your whole shit will crumble.
It is, and they're gonna talk about you on social media.
Oh, they're gonna tear you up.
Yeah, so you gotta uphold what you're promising to people.
Because anyway, they're gonna do that anyway. So like,
it's inevitable.
Yeah, especially you start shining. You know what I mean? Like, call me a scammer all the time. I'm like, damn,
they hate me.
Yeah, can I get where these that so I can really scam them? Yeah, because I ain't got no money for these motherfuckers. Can you show me where I got? Let me go get them again, because I ain't got nobody yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fuck is y'all talking about?
Man.
It's just so wild to me that you be successful, you showing your life, and they're gonna put you in that category.
Crab in the bucket mentality.
Is that what it is?
That's definitely what it is.
Crab.
Yeah, because they know where you came from, or it be the people that know you.
Oh yeah.
That grew up with you, that give you those problems. The strangers really make you rich. I don't have that many problems with strangers. I do a little bit, but it be the people that grew up with you, know you. They came from the same place you came from, but you're in a different area now that they want to be in, but they don't got to get up to get there.
Right.
So they mad.
Yeah, that's true. It is the people. It's at the same time they want to ask for things or they want to be a part of something, but they're not willing to do the work you did or maintain, the level of grind you did to get. So even if I say, come on with me, I initially bring you, but you're not keeping up with me. What are you around for?
Well, we're the 1% for a reason.
For sure.
Not everybody gonna do it, because if everybody would do it, everybody would have it.
First day. Want all this shit that the 1% got, but you're not out working the other 99%.
They're not doing it.
Yeah, so
they're not up at 12 o'clock doing podcasts.
Then I want to do this right now. I will chill this Saturday. This Miami. But I'm handling business. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, the business must be handled. I retired my Dukes 3 years ago. She got to stay retired. You know what I'm saying? I learned that from Deion Sanders. He said it best. He said his dream was to retire his mom, but the overarching dream is to keep her retired. I see many people like, oh, mom don't got to work no more. Then now she got to go back to work. I ain't got time for that.
My mom be mad at me.
What?
She spoiled.
Mom too. What?
Yes, no.
See, right now in Vegas, I'm about to...
Me and my mama just left from Greece.
Come on
3
now.
days ago.
Oh, that's
we were
dope.
just in Greece.
Yeah.
Took on for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's legendary.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom spoiled. She hit me up. It's whatever. I don't never tell her no matter what.
I can't.
Nah, I wasn't supposed to be here. She made it happen.
Look, now, I really don't know why you put me here for real, because now I got to pay all these bills.
You're right.
I ain't asked for that, but okay.
The bills is man. People don't, the bills like, woo, they don't never stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you pay off your crib, you still got property tax. You got to pay for the trash bed. You got to pay for the shoes.
HOA.
You got lights. Goddamn, like, unless you go live in the woods or something, I don't know.
I see why people behind.